Just a reminder to silence all cell phones. And with that, let me introduce Cal Poly SLO.
Growing up in the Central Valley of California and being a part of a fifth-generation farming family, I've always wondered how my family could decrease waste in agriculture and create more environmentally friendly practices while still benefiting the business.
I have always been passionate about skincare, but for my whole life, I have focused on finding sustainable and inclusive products that are also affordable. Natural products that support causes I believe in are important to me, but they often come at an unachievable price point.
When searching for an answer to both concerns,
Blossom was born. Blossom Cosmetics supports California agriculture by using almond shells, a byproduct of the almond industry, to create a sustainable, inclusive, and affordable eyeshadow palette. Blossom Cosmetics has developed this eyeshadow palette to meet the needs and demands of California almond farmers and consumers alike.
Hello and good afternoon. We are Blossom's internal marketing team, and we are proud to be presenting to you the marketing plan for Blossom Cosmetics Essential Nudes Eyeshadow Palette, our first nutshell-based makeup product. Here at Blossom, we are confident in our ability to create a partnership between agriculture and cosmetics that will change both industries for the better. Now, to get to business with Sarah.
Blossom Cosmetics will combine agriculture and cosmetics into an inclusive, sustainable, and affordable environment for all cosmetic consumers. Our team hopes to do this through implementing aspects of inclusivity, affordability, and sustainability, all while highlighting agriculture through strong marketing on social media, our website, and through events. Sustainability is essential. Most cosmetic products utilize talc. Open pit talc mines are detrimental to the environment and the human body. But Blossom has the solution. Blossom is proposing utilizing almond shells at 0 to 50 microns as a base filler instead of using talc, which depletes natural resources. Finding an affordable and sustainable product should not be mutually exclusive. Blossom will make this a reality for all our customers. Almond shells are an inexpensive input compared to talc, which will allow us to turn profit while still only charging drugstore prices. Inclusive brands are more important than ever. Blossom will help all genders, ethnicities, and backgrounds feel beautiful. To ensure this, we will have people of all different backgrounds present in the finalization of our product to ensure our product is flattering and compatible on everyone.
Blossom Cosmetics will tap into the unlimited potential of almond shells to create a sustainably sourced and produced eyeshadow palette that financially benefits California farmers and appeals to today's consumers. To successfully achieve this goal, our team has set forth key planning assumptions to follow early stages of production and sales. First, Blossom will secure a sufficient and consistent supply of almond shells. Second, the California almond industry will continue to grow to meet the need and demand for the natural care cosmetics market and bring revenue back to those producers. Lastly, Blossom Cosmetics Essential Nude Eyeshadow Palette will receive adequate shelf space from retailers.
We will now dive into how Blossom Cosmetics benefits almond producers. California produces about 80% of the world's almonds and 100% of the U.S. commercial supply. Almonds are California's #1 agricultural export. Over 480 million excess pounds of almond shell are produced every year, imposing a burden on almond processors as they have little to no use. With a growing supply and lack of demand, it is more important than ever for almond producers to find a solution. Blossom will use shells from 100% California-grown almonds, sourced from almond processors in the Central Valley. With this, we wanted to hear from processors themselves about this growing issue. When speaking to Dennis Soares, Central Valley almond farmer and processor, he expressed that almond shells are a huge hassle for processors. Furthermore, he often pays to get rid of his almond shell. We hear Dennis and many other almond processors' concerns. Blossom will pay almond processors a premium price of $100 per ton of almond shell, creating a new income that they did not originally have. Blossom capitalizes on the increasing demand for sustainability in both agriculture and cosmetics. By purchasing almond shell from processors, Blossom creates an additional revenue that can be reinvested into business and farming practices, benefiting almond processors and the almond industry as a whole.
Now, let's take a deeper look into the cosmetic market that Blossom will be entering. The cosmetic industry is evolving. Our team wanted to explore the cosmetic industry market data before finalizing many aspects of our product to ensure viability and success. In 2020, the natural and organic cosmetic market stood at $9.8 billion worldwide. The Statista Consumer Market Outlook estimates this figure to rise to $15.7 billion by 2025. The natural aspect of cosmetics is growing exponentially. In a survey conducted, 43% of respondents aged 18 through 29 value their organic beauty and personal care products to be environmentally friendly. 36% value resource-friendly production. Through our research on MRI, we found that our target market is roughly 6.6 times more likely to purchase a product from environmentally friendly companies. This consumer is also mindful about recyclable packaging, being roughly 17.5 times more inclined to purchase a product if it has recyclable packaging. USA Today found that women of color confirmed that inclusive makeup brands were well overdue and in high demand. As well as Forbes and Launchmetrics recently looked into the data behind several beauty campaigns and found that diversity and inclusivity have become an essential part of successful and highly relevant brand messaging. Blossom is proud to continuously work to be inclusive in all aspects to people of all backgrounds to ensure everyone feels beautiful when wearing our product. Blossom's internal marketing team surveyed nearly 5,100 makeup consumers and exposed them to Blossom's product concept. This primary research shows that of makeup consumers who have purchased makeup within the past year, 38.5% prefer to purchase from a direct-to-consumer website, 46.4% purchase makeup within the $10 to $20 range. Participants look towards social media and friends for makeup references. And finally, when purchasing eyeshadow palettes, they value a good color scheme, low price, and quality ingredients. After analyzing this data, there's an apparent space in the market for Blossom's product. Customers ages 25 through 31 are looking to purchase makeup products and are looking for these products to have a fair price of around $18.
Blossom will be targeting the glamorous graduates and the 30 and thriving mothers. We believe that these two groups will appreciate our product as it aligns with their values and interests. Now we will dive deeper into their specific characteristics and why.
This is Jessie. Jessie's 24 years old and lives in Southern California. Jessie recently graduated college and started her first real job, so she's been very conscious about her finances. Jessie wears makeup on a daily basis and turns to social media for lifestyle recommendations. She's also very passionate about the environment and looks for a product that aligns with her values. This is Renee. Renee is a new mom and currently on maternity leave. Renee is looking for a versatile product that will give her a natural glow, but can also be dressed up for date night to keep up with her busy lifestyle. Renee also values the convenience of online shopping. Renee is looking for a product that aligns with her moral values that include being environmentally conscious and inclusive.
Blossom Cosmetics is offering the first nutshell-based eyeshadow palette on the market, giving our product an advantage by offering something that brings value to the almond industry and appeals to our consumers. When comparing Blossom to our competitors, we are superior by offering a product that is sustainable, all-natural, inclusive to all complexions, and affordable. Blossom Cosmetics offers superior quality at a very attractive price. Our sales point is $17.99, which sits perfectly between a e.l.f. or Burt's Bees palette that can sell anywhere from $10 to $13, and a naked or bare minerals palette that sells anywhere from $20 to $50 or more. Blossom Cosmetics checks all the important boxes. Unlike our main drugstore competitors, we offer a product sustainably made with all natural ingredients that is talc-free and affordable. Our product is also mindfully and sustainably packaged. These are important advantages we have over our competitors. Now we will dive into our SWOT analysis. Blossom's strengths include a relatively inexpensive input, a reliable and continuous ingredient source, transparency within the company all the way from our ingredient list to our mission statement, a product that is inclusive to all complexions, and lastly, a product with a 2-year shelf life.
Internal weaknesses include that our product is not recommended for those with nut allergens and that our product is a completely new idea to the cosmetic market.
External opportunities include creating a secondary market for almond shells, expanding beyond eyeshadow into a complete almond shell-based cosmetic line, and uniting agriculture and cosmetics into a symbiotic relationship.
And lastly, external threats include drought restrictions on almond production and fear around nut-based cosmetic products, as they've been found to be damaging and abrasive to the skin.
We will now put our findings into action. Blossom Cosmetics reinvents skincare by heading in a direction that modern-day consumers are passionate about. Blossom's debut product will be the Nude Essentials eyeshadow palette. This palette has 12 shades that are highly pigmented and compatible with all skin tones. These shades range from tan to pink and purple hued neutrals to browns. These shades will also be named after almond varieties to pay homage to agriculture. The palette has a built-in mirror and will also come with a brush. Blossom embodies sustainability, inclusivity, and affordability from beginning to end of production while upholding the highest qualities.
Blossom Cosmetics will be available for purchase on our online website as well as in drugstores such as CVS, Walgreens, and Target. This will allow for our product to be truly accessible. We will also ensure stocking our product in metropolitan and newly developed areas to ensure we are reaching our glamorous graduates and 30 and thriving mothers. With 3 phases, we hope to bring our essential nude palette from shells to shelves. First, before making it into the big name stores, we will hold booths at small businesses and farmers markets to create buzz, clientele, and credibility. Next, we will launch our e-commerce through social media campaigns. Finally, after 6 months of sales through these avenues, we will officially launch our essential nude palette into the big name stores.
Blossom will offer a clean and more natural product at a more affordable rate than any other company in the cosmetic industry. Our sales price to consumers will be $17.99 on our e-commerce store, making us a profit of $14.84 per pallet. Our retail price to our retailers will be $8.99, resulting in a profit of 185% for Blossom, a $9 profit for retailers, a 100% markup.
The Blossom executive team will consist of a Director of Agriculture Relations, Chief of Business Development, Chief of Sales and Distributions, our Marketing Manager, and Chief of Financial Operations. This will help to ensure a positive relationship with almond producers and product consumers, as well as increase sales through market outreach.
Blossom will focus promotions in 4 key areas: trade promotions, strong media presence, public relations events, and Blossom Cares initiatives. To start off with trade promotions, Blossom will offer each retail location 300 eyeshadow palettes marked down 100% as a risk-free trial. Blossom will also be attending the largest trade show in the cosmetic industry, the Cosmoproof Trade Show.
Now to discuss how Blossom will accomplish having a strong media presence. Blossom, especially in the early stages, will be heavily reliant on its e-commerce site. On this page, we hope to not only make sales, but also tell our story by highlighting agriculture, dangers of the talc industry, efforts of inclusivity, and information on future events. Blossom will also consistently post on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. We will post new tutorials every Friday, and consumers will be able to use #BlossomBeauty when posting looks using our products. This will also enter them in a giveaway where a winner is chosen each month and awarded a gift pack. Blossom will also work with micro-lifestyle influencers and bloggers. Our target market often turns to media for life advice and recommendations. With this, we'll have these individuals post featuring our product in hopes to better reach our target market.
Now to highlight some of Blossom Cosmetics' public relation events. Blossom Cosmetics will connect directly with consumers through public relation events that include product sampling, ingredient education, and an opportunity for discount after subscribing to our mailing list.
Lastly, we will dive into Blossom Care initiatives. As dedicated supporters of agriculture, Blossom is determined to give credit where credit is due. Blossom will achieve this through two main initiatives. The first is our Variety Initiative. Each of the 12 shades on our Essential Nude eyeshadow palette will be named after a California almond variety, giving context to our ingredients and allowing our customer to visualize their palette's connection to agriculture. In our second year of production, Blossom will debut our Thank a Farmer initiative. On the bottom of each palette will be a thank you note directly highlighting farmers as to which Blossom sources its almonds from. Blossom will be using 50% post-consumer recycled plastic. This means plastic that would otherwise end up in the landfill ends up in your makeup bag instead. This is essential because there are already 6.3 billion metric tons of plastic sitting in landfills. Customers will also have the option to send back their used eyeshadow palette to Blossom headquarters to be recycled for a one-time future discount code. In March, Blossom will celebrate Women's History by advertising a giveaway on our social media and website. People can nominate women in their lives who they believe to have made a positive difference in the world around them, and thus enter them in the giveaway. At the end of the month, Blossom will select 75 women to receive a free makeup palette as well as a one-time future discount code.
Now, let's go over our Blossom's financials. Starting with our agriculture byproduct, almond shells, we anticipate paying a premium price of $100 per ton. This works out to be about 15 cents per makeup palette. The other inputs into the makeup palette will be roughly 55 cents. The most expensive part will be the production, the packaging, and the shipping of the product, with a total of $3.15 per makeup palette. Here at Blossom, we anticipate our marketing expenses to increase each year as we expand into new markets and expand the number of retail locations carrying our product. But at the same time, our product costs will be decreasing. In the first 3 years of business, we have goals for our sales. In the first year, we have a goal of selling $500,000, but due to our higher costs in year one, we will be making minimal profits. But in year 2 and 3, we feel that we're going to have a higher profit margin due to our increased marketing and our product recognition. In year 2, we have a sales goal of $1 million, and in year 3, a sales goal of $2.5 million. Here at Blossom, we want to set measurable goals.
Our first objective is reaching 2% market penetration by year 1. Blossom will achieve this by effectively analyzing our marketing efforts through a biannual consumer market survey using Qualtrics. Blossom will also conduct product showings and exposure on various social media platforms, trade shows, and e-commerce sites that are frequently visited by those in Blossom's target market. To ensure success in the long run, Blossom will make sure to develop new promotions in those poorly penetrated areas and effectively analyze that data provided by our survey.
Our next objective is to reduce our customer acquisition costs by 30% by year 3. This will be measured by monitoring our marketing budget and calculating our CAC quarterly. Blossom will expand marketing to new geographic locations and new platforms. We will also continue to review our marketing strategies and expenses of all marketing techniques to see what is most valuable to the overall success of our company.
Blossom's next goal is to yield over 100% return on marketing investment by year 2. To successfully reach this, we will track and compare revenue to marketing strategies. Blossom will continue to heavily invest in marketing techniques with the greatest return and track marketing techniques.
Blossom wants to reach 3% share of the natural eyeshadow market by year 3. We aim to expand beyond eyeshadow into a complete almond shell-based cosmetic line, as well as adding new palettes with different color schemes. We will maintain a strong social media presence, strong relationship with our retailers, and expand our sales nationwide.
As Blossom's goals are implemented, we will be able to create a strong foundation with our consumers, increase our marketing approaches that will allow for evolution, and amplify the connection between agriculture and cosmetics.
Upon the inevitable success of the Essential Nude eyeshadow palette, Blossom will debut a complete cosmetic line, all using almond shells as the primary ingredient source. As our business expands, our pillars will stand.
Blossom embodies sustainability by using the agricultural byproduct almond shells. Blossom values inclusivity and making people of all backgrounds feel beautiful. By doing this, we create a secondary market for almond producers and a quality and affordable product for consumers. Blossom is the future of cosmetics in a nutshell. Thank you.
All right, I'll start. A couple of your assumptions. One was that you would get sufficient shelf space, and the other, and there are three, but well, that was one, and one of them was that California almond production will continue to increase. You also stated there were some challenges with water availability, et cetera. So are those assumptions too strong, or how can you support those?
Thank you. By researching our target market, we do feel there is an adequate need for the sustainable and inclusive and affordable makeup products. So with that research, we feel as though there is adequate shelf space and necessary demand for our product. And with looking at the supply of almonds, our product in the early stages will be using 1 or 2% of that excess almond shell. So we feel as though even in years of drought, we will still continue to have adequate supply. And as for the demand, we did research on the increase of alternative milks through things like almond milk and how that is increasing. And we feel as that increases, so will the need for almond production and creating a continuously adequate and growing supply of almonds for us.
You showed a fairly aggressive revenue plan over the 3 years, which I agree. It sounds like a good product. It sounds like you're going to continue to move forward. But your marketing expenses only go from about $325,000 to $400,000 in those 3 years. How can you kind of justify and show that you're going to show that much growth? Obviously, you're going to have to gain many more consumers, and how does that track with the very, very, very small marketing increases over those same 3 years?
Yes, thank you so much for the question. Allison mentioned in the presentation that we will be analyzing our return on marketing investment. So we feel that our marketing expenses won't increase over time as we're analyzing on which ones are most efficient. We do account for an increase over time just in case we're expanding into new markets and increasing the number of retail locations that are carrying our product due to the 300 eyeshadow palettes we'll be giving each store as a risk-free trial. So most of it is going to be the risk analysis and the analysis of how efficient the marketing expenses are, since they won't be it's going to be more efficient over time as we choose and pick which marketing avenues we choose.
And the marketing team, was it about, a similar question, I guess, marketing team's at about 125 to 130 over the course of 3 years, and does that include a marketing director, a sales manager, and brand ambassadors, just for that figure? Or am I?
Yes, thank you for the question. For the marketing team, the 120,000 that you're referencing, that's going to be our marketing team, other people underneath the marketing officer, the executive marketing officer, because most of us will be taking a share in the company, so we don't have a solid salary. We'll be taking shares from the company and going that route.
Got it. I thought you were just really going to live in the lives.
You're going to eat almond shells.
exactly.
That's what I thought.
So I've got two questions for you. The first question, you've leaned into the sustainably produced product, which I think is fantastic. But the reality of it is there's chemicals that are used on almond, there's water issues around almonds. How will you handle that if some of your customers come back and say, well, sustainability through a filter, and you get any pushback to protect your almond farmers that you're purchasing from?
Yes, thank you for that question. I can answer that for you. We know that sustainability is kind of a term nowadays very thrown around, and we really want our customers to be able to visualize that we are using something that already exists at unmanageable quantities. Regardless of if anyone uses it, it will still be there. As for the drought restrictions and the use of water, as well as other elements used to grow almonds, we are confident that as our business grows, we will be able to pay farmers more and allow those profits to be reinvested into drought-resistant varieties, among other sustainable options for farmers to invest into.
Great. My second question is, you had mentioned online sales, that they would be able to buy them online. Nowhere in here did I see any mention to developing a e-commerce website, any kind of portal to purchase that from. Where will they do that?
Thank you so much for that question. We plan to create a direct-to-consumer website, which is www.blossomcosmetics, where all of our consumers can purchase directly through our website, and it will be shipped from our production facility based in the Central Valley, and that's where we will first start off in our second year to really grow our clientele and make sure that our product is readily available for people who are looking for the convenience of purchasing online.
So is that represented in your financials somewhere?
Yeah, so it's under the digital marketing to have the e-commerce site, yes, and the patent, or not the patent, the trademark behind the website. So that's part of the digital marketing expense built into that cost.
Can you explain a little bit your sales strategy? So if I'm understanding right, it's pop-ups at local shops, farmers markets. We also want to have people buy online. Then we're also looking at CVS and Target. So that's a pretty big diversity. How are we going to do that? That doesn't seem a lot of money to do that. And that's a pretty ambitious leap from the Marin County Farmer Market to CVS. So explain, please.
Thank you so much for that question. So when we say CVS and Target, we're not meaning all locations. We really want to focus those sales in the areas where our target market is, and that is also where our farmers markets will be focused. So we won't be traveling all over California and going to every farmers market, but we will be focusing those farmers markets in those areas where our target market is, and then launching to our e-commerce site and really focusing on using social media to create a campaign after we've created credibility in these locations, and then being able to move into these, again, areas where our target market is and move into those retail locations.
And can you remind me the geography of that again, of your target market?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. So our target market will be in those large metropolitan areas where those new families are moving. People are just graduating college, so we're thinking of Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Luis Obispo, those areas where our target market is kind of getting their footsteps, a lot of new jobs, and a lot of college graduates and new families and new development.
I'm interested in the customer acquisition cost. What elements are you including in that to get to your total cost?
So thank you for that question. For that customer acquisition cost, we're using our initial investments in creating our company and then how much of the revenue and return we're receiving. So we really want to be able to attract more customers at a less price as we move on and be able to really hone in those marketing strategies by evaluating them and be able to effectively market towards our customer to create loyal and long-term customers at a less price for us.
And just to add on to that, we really want to take advantage of those micro lifestyle influencers who are really eager for PR packages and new products to show their followers. We really want to utilize that aspect of modern day marketing to take advantage of a relatively inexpensive way of getting our product out there.
So I was going to touch on that influencer side, social influencers and others. You talked about the possible health risks when you talk about abrasion and things like that, or getting in your eyes, I suppose, or I don't know, Bob and I don't. Yeah, but I'll speak for myself. Bob, I'll speak for myself. Yeah. But have you thought about, or in the plan, is there anything with? Because I'd imagine, like fashion and cosmetics, their social influences are crazy important, or even like a dermatologist or something else that can come on board and show that you do have a health, a positive health position.
Yes, thank you for that question. We want to ensure all of our consumers that this is a safe product to use. Almonds are actually not on the nut allergen list, but we will have listed on our product that it is made in a facility that does process almonds. And in terms of the abrasion, that was mainly used for walnuts in a different type of skincare that we're really trying to insert into the market. So for us, we really want to be able to highlight the effective use of almond shells in that 0 to 50 micron powder consistency, as opposed to walnut shells that have been used as an exfoliator for the skin that has been shown to be damaging for people who are using it. So we're kind of trying to steer the way into a different direction of almond shell usage.